What's up, everybody? MasterBoris is back with another stream. Welcome. I'm your host, MasterBoris, as always. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. How y'all doing tonight? A lot of topics we gotta talk about tonight. You know, it's up. It's really up, but then again, it might go down. Because, we got, Netflix want to consolidate the movie business, the theater business, and make streaming more prominent than ever. Because they want to buy Warner Brothers Discovery. And then you got Paramount also want to buy Warner Brothers Discovery, doing a hostile bid. So we got that going on right now. I mean, it's not fully official that Netflix got it, Warner Brothers, but it's getting close. And then I'm going to put y'all on game on why that is and why they want Warner Brothers Discovery. But I just checked out the Evo 2026 lineup. You know what I'm saying? The Evolution 2026 lineup, the big FGC fighting game tournament. It was supposed to be the Super Bowl of the fighting game competition, but I'm not gonna really say that. I don't really agree to that, but hey, it's big. Evo is big. I don't know how big it's gonna be. Can't even talk. I don't know how big it's gonna be this year. Due to, people having financial problems, inflation, and all that. Who will be in attendance of next year's Evo? Because this year's Evo, hardly nobody wasn't really there. But yeah, the lineup is crazy, though. I'm kind of impressed. But I give it E for effort. Now, most of the fighting games are current, except for, one. I mean, you got Rivals of Ether 2 in the main lineup, even though they probably want that to be Super Smash Bros. Then again, probably not, because you know how Super Smash Bros. Community is toxic, and Nintendo, you're going to need to have a license in order to promote and also hold tournaments for their games that they make, and they have properties over. Then you got Virtua Fighter 5, Revo World Stage, Tekken 8, Grand Blue Fantasy vs. Ryzen, Street Fighter 6, of course. Like, how are you not going to have Evo around Street Fighter? That's a given. I shouldn't even said Street Fighter 6, because most of Evolution is Capcom bias, Capcom-based fighting game competition, and everything else is just secondary. What else? We got an old school game in the main line, and that is Vampire Savior, the Darkstalker series. Something tells me that the reason why they have Vampire Savior as the main lineup, because there's gonna be a big reveal that Darkstalkers may indeed come back. But we'll see. What else? Guilty Gear Strive. And I think that's about it. I'm probably missing one. Oh, no Mortal Kombat 1, which is sad. And we're definitely going to be talking about Warner Brothers Discovery and Netflix in a minute, especially what they said about Warner Brothers Games, the gaming division. But Virtua Fighter 5 Revo World Stage in the main line is a main surprise. Is my main surprise of this whole lineup of Evo that I've seen, because Virtua Fighter has not been the main lineup at Evo since 2004. 2004. Virtua Fighter has not been the Evo main lineup since 2004. Now we're going to 2026. Virtua Fighter 5 Revo Royal Stage will be in the main lineup. That's crazy in the hood, bro. But yeah, I'm low key like excited for this. I ain't gonna lie, the Cannon Brothers, I'll say they cook, but I still give it E for effort, you know, because how the tournament, the tournament can't even talk today. The tournament being run, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I've been hearing, you know, mixed things about it, you know. But yeah, I might tune in, you know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna go there and compete or spectate or anything. I'm just gonna tune in like I'm streaming right now, maybe do like a restream and watch it. But yeah, I wanna get into, you know, this Netflix blind you know, Warner Bros. Discovery and Paramount is doing a hostile bid on it. So, you know, when it comes down to it, the most logical thing about this, you will want another movie company that does theater and that's, you know, requires their movies to be in the box office to sell. You would go with Paramount, right? But then you got Netflix. You know what I'm saying? They all about streaming platforms. But I would take it as, then again, the Ellison family, you know, they're gonna get they're gonna get it. If they was to get Warner Bros. Discovery, they're gonna get it and probably turn it into a whole new AI hub. But I don't know. I'm thinking Netflix will probably do the same. It's just it'll be worse. It'll probably have content and movies and movie IPs to be buried under the ground of the Netflix library. It would be so hard to find that you can't find your favorite movies that you want to watch. You know what I'm saying? This is pretty much like how Microsoft bought Activision and Blizzard and thinking it was gonna like make this huge boom, and it didn't. This is the same thing, but we're into the movie industry now. We're into the entertainment where people, you know, actors and actresses do their thing and make these movies and television shows, and we got different networks on top of that, different streaming networks. You know, that's something to think about. While, you know, is Netflix trying to really consolidate that game, have everything under them, where you have no choice but to go on Netflix and pay $120 a month to watch anything that's on television. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I'm about to go over something. We about to go over, you know, the Netflix and Paramount battling for Warner Brothers. Who is likely to win? We're going to read this article together, because as we speak, I'm trying to get a better understanding who would be the best match of getting Warner Brothers Discovery. Because you know how many networks, you know, both of these companies will own? A lot. And I don't think it's a good thing. I don't think it's going to make the business better. I don't feel that in me. It's not clicking. You know, there's not a light bulb that went off in my head about this. It's just greed and trying to eliminate the competition by buying your way out of situations. Like I said, that's what Microsoft's tried to do with the gaming business. The gaming industry, trying to buy all these studios, all these gaming developing companies, so it could be under them, but they're not going to use them. This the same applies with Netflix, I feel. That's the same, but that's the same that applies with Netflix. So we're going to go over here. We're going to do this. It's about to be BBC World. So, the fight in Hollywood to buy Warner Bros. Discovery is shaping up to be a blockbuster. Yeah, Ash. I see what you did there. Paramount Skydance, backed by a billionaire Ellison family, has been wooing Warner Brothers for months, hoping to join forces with the storied Hollywood name as the media company struggles to compete with the likes of Netflix and Disney. So far, Warner Brothers has spurned its proposals. Then it announced a deal to sell the most valuable parts of the business, its studio and streaming divisions, to Netflix instead. Undeterred, Paramount chief executive David Ellison launched a hostile takeover bid, taking his suit directly to its shareholders. What is a hostile takeover bid? In corporate deals, a hostile takeover is when a company moves to acquire another firm without the consent of a target company's management, typically by offering to buy its target shares. It differs from a friendly takeover, one that is mutually agreed upon by the boards of directors and shareholders at both companies. Paramount moves was prompted by the perceived lack of responsiveness from Netflix to Ellison's most recent approaches, according to the official company filing quoted by the media reports. What do we know about the two bids? So Netflix proposal includes Warner Bros. Studios and streaming networks, leaving the rest of the company to be spun off as an independent company. Its offer values those holdings, which includes brands such as Warner Bros., New Line Cinema, HBO Max, and at $82.7 billion, including that. Netflix is offering to pay $23.25 per share and giving existing Warner Bros. Investors a stake in the new company, a mix of cash and equity that is worth about $27.75 per share. Paramount, by contrast, says it wants control of the entire company, including the firm's traditional pay TV networks, which are be seen as a declining business. The kind of, I can agree to that. It deals values the entire company at $108.4 billion. Paramount is proposing to pay $30 per share in all cash offer, which it says gives shareholders more certainty than Netflix plan. In both cases, the target completion date is many months away. I think they got April or something like that. So this is what Netflix want to buy: Warner Bros. Pictures, television, games, DC Studios, HBO Max, TNT Sports International, New Line Cinema. And they also stated that the CEO stated that Warner Brothers Games is worthless. Okay, it's not even on their radar. They don't even care. So, and this is what I mainly want to talk about here, since I like my fighting games. Mortal Kombat, I don't know where it's gonna go. I think Mortal Kombat is gonna come to an end. I don't know. They're probably gonna just make movies about Mortal Kombat from now on, but Mortal Kombat scene is not looking too good, unless Warner Bros. Let go of NetherRealm Studios, and NetherRealm Studios will be their own thing, or get with somebody else to have a partnership with. But Mortal Kombat is in limbo. Okay. This does not bode well. Okay, it doesn't. But the Paramount deal will also include Discovery, CNN, Eurosport, TNT Sports, US, and 18 other channels. So they want more channels. Look at that: Food Network, Cartoon Network, the MLB, Adult Swim. You know what I'm saying? House, HGTV, TLC. Like, look at this. So, we're going to find out, why do Paramount and Netflix want Warner Brothers? Warner Brothers, which traces its roots back about a century, has a vast library of content ranging from classics like Looney Tunes, Casablanca, to Friends, Superman, and Harry Potter. Its HBO division is known for prestige television, including The Sopranos, Sex and the City, and Succession. but the storied firm has been under pressure as online streaming has disrupted film and television industries. Facts. For Netflix, the streaming industry bigger player with more than 300 million customers buying the film and streaming division will bolster its movie offerings while heading off any potential rivals looking to get their hands on the Warner Brothers content. For Paramount, by contrast, is looking for a partner that will give it the scale to compete against the industry giants such as Netflix and Disney. A takeover would build on Mr. Ellison's purchase of Paramount, which he folded into his Skydance film studio over the summer. On the streaming side of the game, he is looking to add HBO Max, roughly 120 million streaming customers, to Paramount's 79 million. Analysts say that a tie-up can offer benefits to the struggling traditional pay TV networks as well, giving them greater clout in business negotiations and presenting opportunities for cost savings. Paramount traditional networks includes brands such as Nickelodeon, CBS, Comedy Central, while Warner Bros. Will bring in CNN, the Food Network, and range of sports offerings. Who is most likely to win? That's over the air, but I'm gonna read it. Both deals raise competition concerns are expected to face scrutiny from regulators in the U.S. and Europe. Netflix plans has drawn warnings that it will give the dominant streaming player even more power over actors and screenwriters, like I said earlier, while putting further pressure on local cinemas, like I said earlier. But a combined Paramount Warner Bros. Will also leave in control of a significant slice of sports and children entertainment, raising potential concern for the advertisers and local television distributors. Paramount plans, which put CBS and CNN under the same parent company, have been closely watched because of the potential impact of the news business of the Ellisons' ties with the President of the United States of America. Analysts said approval will likely hinge on how broadly regulators decide to define the market and whether players like YouTube are considered part of the competition. Netflix is relatively new to deal making. Some have also suggested that Paramount can be stronger positioned thanks to the relationship between the President of the United States of America as of today and the Ellison family, including tech billionaire and Republican mega donor Larry Ellison. The President of the United States of America's son-in-law, Jared Kushner, is also one of Paramount's financial partners. Yeah, I see. But the President of the United States of America himself has offered little certainty about his views. Though he has praised the Ellison in the past on social media on Monday, he took aim at their ownership at Paramount, triggered by a 60-minute interview that the company aired with former President of the United States ally turned critic Marjorie Taylor Greene, a Republican representative. Previously, he had noted potential concerns of Netflix tie-up given the size of the company, which also praising the streamers' bosses. Okay, how could the deal affect consumers? Is not clear. Neither Netflix nor Paramount have offered much insight into how they would incorporate Warner Bros. Into their current offerings and seize the opportunity to launch new kinds of streaming packages. There you go. You just pretty much answer your freaking questions. You know, I mean, it's really going to be mostly streaming stuff. They really want to make this more of a prominent thing compared to going to the movies and see a movie. You know, when it comes to prices, boosting Netflix offerings could allow it to charge customers more. But if viewers find that they are paying for one streaming service rather than two, it could cost them less. More than 70% of HBO Max customers in the U.S. also subscribe to Netflix, according to the analyst at Raymond James. Okay, I'm not going to even read all that, but yeah, I pretty much get the point. What's up, KJ Blue Avenger? Um, it's not gonna bode well, man. This is a consolidation. Whoever buys it, Paramount, Netflix, it doesn't matter. You know, and what they're gonna do with it is not gonna be in our best interest. It's never gonna be about the people's best interest, the general public. Never. You are an eyesore to them. You don't have money, so they look at you as such. These billionaires look at you as such. Okay? But you gotta tell yourself this, and I'm letting y'all know this now. This is with anything in life. You, as an American citizen, can make a change for the better for yourself and the people around you, the livelihoods. But if you don't, you will allow anything that comes in your way, that these people that have a lot of money and resources, to change it for you. You're going to have to do that for yourself and apply that for yourself and everybody around you, your neighbors, your friends, your family, the whole 9 yards. You need to understand your wallet matters. You matter as a people, but they're trying to make it seem like you don't matter at all. Most of the time, we are the reason why they are rich today. You can take it back, or you can make them more money. I don't know why people don't understand that. Or they just too lazy, or they just don't care. But there's going to be times you're going to wish you did care. Not just this. Everything else that's probably going to go on when it comes down to our society in the next upcoming years. This right here that I just read is just a stepping stone of that. It might not be a big deal right now, but it will be. And when you find out it's a big deal, it'll be too late to make a change. It'll be too late to stop it, but because it already began. It already began. That's what I've been trying to tell y'all on my channel. When you understand that and believe in yourself, because what I said in my past streams beforehand, all the stuff that's happening right now, especially when it comes down to my quote-unquote black community, is to put you in a major fatigue. To not have you be in high spirits about what you can do for yourself and others. They want you in major fatigue so you won't do nothing. You won't do nothing. You won't fight back. You won't boycott. You won't do nothing. Okay? And now they want to charge us more for streaming services. After this acquisition goes away, after it's all said and done, they're treating it like a luxury while taking over and try to cancel out the middle class. Controlling your entertainment and also potentially censoring your entertainment. I see beyond what they're telling us, guys. I'm pretty much 10 steps ahead. All you got to do is research and find out for yourself, just as much as I did. You know, because to be honest with you, I know more than what I'm leading on. But nobody won't believe it if it comes from me. Nobody will believe it. I don't have the followers. So, you know, nowadays that discredits you automatically. But I'm here to tell you, I don't even care about that. I don't. I've been in this game way too long, almost 20 years. Next year will be 20 years since I've been doing content on YouTube, like I said last week. 20. And I still feel like I don't get my just due. But you got mofos who do stupid shit online is famous. Now you see why I say the stuff that I say. But I digress on that. I'm going to do what I have to do until I'm tired of doing it. And I ain't tired of doing it yet. To entertain y'all, spread awareness, like stuff like this, like we talked about the Netflix deals with Warner Brothers and Paramount, and to have serious conversations about things. I like to have fun too, man. I mean, it's a variety of things I would like to do for this channel and for the Twitch streaming side of the game too. I'm talking to y'all too. I know discoverability is ass, and y'all won't be able to see this stream. You see, guys that are selected to be successful in the streaming side of the game, they can't talk like me. They can't talk like me. They will lose sponsorships and partnerships and all that. They wouldn't dare talk about the stuff I talk about on my channel. They wouldn't dare. And I said that before. Because I know I said this before, man. And I feel like I feel like I'm a broken record at this point. But it has to be said again. You know. But that's on y'all. That's on y'all if y'all want to rock with me or not. But just don't give me no excuses if you don't. Just say you don't rock with me. But if you do, thank you. I appreciate that. And I will always say that. But don't give me no excuses why you can't. But yeah, I know I went on a tangent there, but I had to get that point across because that was fresh on my mind. Because, you know, there's a lot of things I'm disappointed about on this platform. Not me. Because I'm all about hard work and dedication and talent. But as you grow later on in life, that don't really matter. What really matters is opportunity and who you know. That's what really matters. All that hard work, talent stuff, that's like 3% of the crop of getting your stripes. Yep. again, my bad for being off tangent, but yeah, but it really like aligns with all the stuff that's happening. Things are getting bought out. Things are, companies being closed down. This is deliberate. This is on purpose. They really try to consolidate all types of businesses, not just entertainment, not just the entertainment industry, all types of businesses. Due to tech, computer, AI, and all this other stuff, they want to like make it to be prominent and be a new standard. But it's up to you if you want to allow it or how you want to live. It's up to you. It's up to you who you give your money to. It's up to you if you want to be subjugated in the digital world. It's up to you. Or you want it to be like the way it was when you grew up, when you was growing up, and you want your children and their children to do the same. In a normal space, a natural space. Some of the stuff that we are consuming, what we eat, what we see, it's not natural for us. But I digress. I'm moving on to the next topic that we're going to talk about. And speaking of the entertainment industry. Okay. Because people be kept asking me in my DMs on Instagram and talking about it in group chats. And I've been seeing it on social media, on Twitter as well, about the Diddy documentary. And have I seen the documentary? And I'm here to tell you, no. I don't see the point of watching the documentary. I might just, watch other people talk about it, but why would I watch something I already know? This is public knowledge. This is publicly accessible of what Diddy might have done or what Diddy really did. 50 Cent just being petty because they used to mess with the same girl. And I feel like he was fond of that girl that he had a baby with. But it came out that she still got love for Diddy. And she used to freak out in those parties. I mean, freaking out. I mean, freak offs deluxe. Gang, she was outside, homie. But that's 50's fault for trying to turn a hoe into a housewife. He should know better. Now, I have a problem. This is what I really want to get into about this whole Netflix Diddy documentary thing. 50 Cent is the executive producer of this, and he wanted to be known what was put in those 4 episodes. I was told it was 4 episodes. The main part about it is people are defending Diddy. Like he ain't a bisexual sex demon that did some drug trafficking, sex trafficking, and abused women. You didn't see the video where he was dragging Cassie in that hotel lobby? Y'all defending that. See, this is why I can't really smile with certain people, man. I can't smile with people that, gives guys or chicks the benefit of the doubt or turn a blind eye because they benefit of being with those guys or girls. They have something that, okay, I gotta hang out with this person in order to get what I want. I mean, they pretty much faking the funk. You know, I can't do that. If there's something I don't like of what you're doing, I'm gonna say something to you, as a real friend should. I'm gonna say something. But the fact that, you know, y'all talking about, well, I'm not gonna say you guys. Hot Sauce Gang, y'all know better. And the strangers that come to my streams and watch my videos and y'all not subscribed to the channel and y'all not subbed to my channels on Twitch. This is something I have to say to you. Especially when it comes down to the black community. Kicking Diddy while he's down is hilarious. That's a hilarious statement. Kicking Diddy while he's down? Y'all saying 50 Cent is kicking Diddy while he's down? 50 Cent was kicking Diddy while he was up! While he was up! For the past 2 decades! 50 Cent always made fun of Diddy. You know what I'm saying? And down, I mean, so you think he don't deserve to be in jail right now for what he did? Is that what you're telling me? But they really let him off the hook. They gave him a slap on the wrist, to be honest with you. You should have got more time. They really gave him a slap on the wrist. Diddy. The Diddler. Puff Daddy. Brotherly Love. Whatever you want to call himself. The Joker. He is the Joker. He played the Joker when he was the Joker in Halloween so well. Because he's a sociopath. Can't stop, won't stop. Now, most of this information I already knew about him. You know, from shout outs to him, from Gene Deal. And I knew he was going to be on Art of Dialogue as soon as that documentary dropped. I knew it. See, that's the thing about me too. When I do certain topics or certain videos that might be big or something I'm interested in, especially like going back to this Netflix Paramount bid war with, you know, Warner Bros. I would like to see it play out first and then I make a video. A lot of these content creators, they just jump right into it and the news just came in. I like to wait a while and see how the story progresses first before I say what I have to say in my videos about a certain topic or a certain thing that might happen in the future. You know, I like to wait it out. I'm not late or anything. I know about it. It's just I'm waiting on more information to come through. You know what I'm saying? So I might not make a video the same time as the other content creator you probably watch. You know, because I'm waiting on more of a storyline or what's going to happen next or what is going to progress to. You feel me? So I wait a while when it comes down to topics, you know. But, you know, if I like make a video about a certain topic and I expose you for it, I'm that's it for me. I ain't gonna do it no more. All I need to do it is one time. But yeah, you got a man that didn't really pay his artists. Be having these old ass contracts, these 360 deals, and these rappers, these artists go broke, don't own their masters because he gonna own it. Then again, he be giving all the ownership to his mother. All those artists that was in Bad Boy, they either, you know, not prominent or they're not even living anymore. They're in the next dimension. They're in the high heavens. Something that happened to them. Now, going back to kicking Diddy while he's down, he brought that on himself for all the stuff he did. Now I understand there could be narratives we have to be careful about, because there can be false narratives about a certain person that other people might perceive that person to be. I get that a lot. I get it. But everything is out in the open. You just gotta research, man. Everything is out in the open. No fake stuff. All documented stuff. Videos you might come across. That is real. Not AI. Edited. Because nowadays you can make people do certain things that you probably feel they would never do using AI. And I told y'all that it's going to get worse. A lot of crimes are going to be committed using AI. It's not going to be a good look. And that's another thing that we need to regulate and stop. But I digress. You know, a lot of stuff Diddy did, he brought it on himself. He thought he was untouchable. He said it himself. He said it himself. He thought he was untouchable. Because powers that be, the people that was above him, and taught him certain things, and taught him about how to throw a party, they was on his side. So he got away with a lot of stuff. And I really feel Kim Porter's death need to be reinvestigated. I really do feel Kim Porter's death need to be reinvestigated. Like, it's a pattern with him, man. Y'all don't see a pattern with him? Like, people that associate with him, who's their artists. Like, I remember when Making the Band was on. I remember he treated his artists like shit. Like, they was just peasants. Like he was so condescending. He didn't really take it seriously, but he liked that camera time. That whole Making the Band series was all about him. All about him. Not, you know, the band, Danny Kane, Day 20, whatever group that was in those shows, whatever artist that was in those shows, it was all about him and camera time. And allegedly, he didn't even pay those artists for that TV time and Making a Band. He got a man had the band walk to an ice cream parlor, or freaking wherever it was, to get a cheesecake for Beyonce. Made them walk, not drive, walk. maybe 30 to 40 minutes, 5 minutes to an hour to get a cheesecake. Had them scrapping and scraping and shit. Had them get breast milk from a Cambodian immigrant. That was Dave Chappelle. That was Dave Chappelle. But seriously, why would you say we are kicking Diddy down? We kick each other down. No. We are holding our own people accountable for their actions. Y'all had no smoke when TMZ did documentaries on Diddy when he went to jail. Y'all didn't say nothing about TMZ. Since 50 Cent is doing it, oh, we are tearing each other down as a people. Get the hell out of my face with that bullshit. I'm MasterBoris. Don't ever play me like that. He brought that on himself. Tearing each other down. No, we need to hold each other accountable. And that's what I do on my channel. I hold everybody accountable. Including myself. Because sometimes I'll probably say the wrong stuff. But 9 times out of 10, I'm not. It might be harsh, but it'll be the truth. I try to live in my truth. And I hope you do the same. But these celebrities, like Diddy, they're not living their truth. They're living in a fantasy world where, man, I get to do the backdoor side of the game and then make it and get famous and get all these movie roles and TV shows. Shout out to Corey Oakham, by the way. I get to do backdoor activities and do that. That's what time they on. That's what time they on. Doing suspect stuff. Strange things for a piece of change. Backdoor activities. That's what some of these celebrities be on. That's some of these celebrities be on. I'm not even gonna talk about the parties. Having a party, having, groups is not a crime. But if you put drugs involved in drugging women and men and they don't know it and you're doing crazy stuff, that is a crime. But the sex parties, whatever party, My mic cut off. Yeah, you got Ray J talking about he the new Diddy. That's what he said on that Cossack stream. I saw that clip. Yeah, there's a lot of Diddies around. There's probably a Diddy that lives next door to you. Okay? There's a lot of Caucasian Diddies too that needs to be on trial and go to jail. But I do see they trying to make him the face of it all, which it's people that he was taught by, the people that was above him, that are executive producers in record labels, entertainment companies. You already know the rest. But nobody's kicking Diddy while he's down. He made himself go down by being reckless. Because he said he was untouchable. So I don't know why you got Marlon Wayans want to go after 50 Cent. Then again, you know, who knows? Who knows? He did say, man, I don't be staying the party long when we was talking to Shannon Sharp. He was like, man, I leave early. I'm like, really, Marlon? You leave early? You don't go to the after parties? You don't get oiled up? Huh? You don't put your white chick costume on for Diddy? Huh? Backdooria activities. Shout out to my man Corey Holcomb. Backdooria activities, man. That's what you got to do to get big and to get over the $20 million club. You should know that by now. You should already know that if you hip to the entertainment world. Not everything is what it seems. The American dream is a lie. But then again, the American dream is what you make it. It's what you do to make it. Make your own standards. You know? Sometimes you're going to have to invest more in yourself than let other people invest in you. I learned that the hard way, and I've been investing on myself as of late. Because when you have people invest in you, they're going to want something in return. And it ain't about money either. It's about your manhood. And I hope y'all ain't willing to do that. Hope y'all not willing to do that. You can't give up your morals and dignity for the world. Time is short, and please seek the Most High. Please seek Yahusha and Yeshua. Please seek Yahuwah and Yeshua. I meant to say. And ask for forgiveness. Because we all sinners. So, I repent. And you should too. But I'm not gonna be sinning like Diddy. Oh no. Diddy need, he gonna have to like be a whole different person and then repent 100 times. Hey, they ain't up to me though. That's up to God himself. On all of us. We can't hide. He sees everything. Can't hide from God. He sees everything. But yeah, man. I believe most of what Gene Deal said about him because it's too detailed. All the videos I've seen from him, but he been talking about, you know, about Diddy and Notorious B.I.G. since he died in '97, and people wasn't really listening to him back then. But now people starting to listen. We in this new age where social media is prominent. It's the news source. When the last time you read something in the newspaper? Exactly. Social media is our newspaper. But yeah, the documentary, I don't too much care to see it. I'll probably see it like if I'm bored. But this is something that we already know, and plus they left some stuff out. They left some stuff out. You know, there might be some lies in there here and there, half truth, half lies. Cause you know, that man did a lot of stuff in this heyday, man. But yeah, I'm done talking about the Diddler. Done talking about the Diddler. So hey, y'all want me to know? Yeah, y'all want me to tell y'all what I think about the documentary? I didn't even see it. I don't need to, cause it's already been said. But yeah. So moving on. I saved this topic for last. I already did a video about it, but I'm going to elaborate more about Katsuhiro Harada. The main Tekken director and producer is leaving Bandai Namco on January 2026 after the Tekken World Tour. He is done. So, y'all know Tekken is my favorite fighting game of all time. You know, I'm gonna tell y'all something. Originally, this channel was not gonna be how it is now. This channel was gonna be based on Tekken 8, and that was it. I was gonna make content on it. I was gonna do crazy stuff with Tekken 8. It's just that it went left. I did not like how the game stands as of right now, and I've been doing other things, as you can see. But this channel originally was gonna be all Tekken 8 content, all Tekken 8. For those of you that were wondering, but it's a reaction channel, you know, skit, you know, a variety channel. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, but originally this channel, I was going to make this channel solely for Tekken 8. But as you can see, it did not happen because I don't like the game that is currently in. But yeah, Harada said that he was leaving on a long Twitter post. And I was thinking to myself, you know, I mean, you did all you can. You really didn't do much of a major input on Tekken 8 anyway. You pretty much gave it the responsibilities to younger developers, Nakatsu and Michael Murray. So it was like, yeah. But I also want to thank him about one of the greatest childhoods I had by playing that Tekken 3 and so forth. You know, all the Tekken games really, because the first two Tekken games, the director is Seiichi Ishii. I think I botched his name, but that was the guy that started Tekken 1 and 2, which later on he made Dream Factory. He created Tabal 1, number 2, The Bouncer, Ingrid's God Bless the Ring. Yeah. And Harada took over as, you know, the main director for Tekken 3 till now. And Tekken 3 was revolutionary for the PlayStation 1 console. It didn't really do that hot in the arcades like that. But when it came on the PlayStation 1, that was the hit. You know, and plus Namco was ahead of their time during that era. Like, they had first dibs on the PlayStation hardware to the point it was like, yo, we can make real music on this compact disc. And so they did. With Tekken, with Soul Blade, Ridge Racer, Point Blank. Like, it was crazy. You know what I'm saying? Kazama style. I love Tabal number 1. That was my first fighting game. Oh, that's what's up. My first fighting game was Mortal Kombat 1 on the Sega Genesis. Crazy, right? But yeah, Harada, he did all he could. You know, he been in this game for a long time. 30 plus years. That is a great feat. You know, he did all he could. He held it down. There was some stuff that I did not agree of who he was doing with the game on some games. Tekken 4 being one of them. 5.0. Tekken 6 was fine, but I didn't like the balance system. But, you know, overall, I enjoyed all those Tekken games. Not equally, but I enjoyed those Tekken games. You know, I would say that the Tekken game I had most hours and a great time with was Tag 1. And that's when I really started to take fighting games competitively, was Tag 1. But Tekken 3, that was my first tournament I ever been to. And I got third place and I won a Tekken 3 t-shirt. It's around here somewhere, but yeah, man, it shaped me to be competitive in fighting games. You know, it shaped me into wanting to do better. Not just video games, sports too, because I played sports. You know, I was a dancer as well. Well, I'm still a dancer. I'm naturally gifted, but had me shaped to a point where I want to improve on myself and my skills in anything that I do. In video games, fighting games, which is my favorite genre to play, was that thing to do, to improve in. So I thank Harada for that. To, you know, to shape me into like a competitive fighting game player, you know what I'm saying? And casually too, because I like to be at home playing games casually. And I like to go outside and beat other people's heads off in these fighting games, man. Even people twice my age, I was beating them, you know, at that time. Because I was a kid prodigy. Kazama Style says Tekken is the only fighter I care about the most. I've been following the series since the early 2000s. Yeah, man. You know, I did play other fighting games. You know, Virtua Fighter, you know, first. But when it came down to Tekken 2, because I didn't like Tekken 1. I thought Tekken 1 was a Virtua Fighter ripoff. But when it came down to Tekken 2, I was like, okay. Then when Tekken 3 came out, I was like, oh, I really got to get into this. So he pretty much rebooted Tekken at least about 4 or 5 times. Yeah. And it's going to get rebooted again after 8. Because we no longer going to be having Harada. My opinion about the state of Tekken while he's gone, it might be better. Because look how Street Fighter 6 turned out when Ono left after Street Fighter 5. We might have that same effect with Tekken. Maybe a new blood... Well, yeah, a new young blood will come out and be like, hey, we want Tekken to be like this way, how it was, gritty, you know, with the bone cracks, with the chicken, and, you know, make it, you know, going back to the basics, and put their modern, you know, twist to it, to where hardcore Tekken players can enjoy, and casual Tekken players can enjoy, you know? And Street Fighter 6 did that. Capcom did that with Street Fighter 6. It has a middle ground, which I hope Tekken 9 will be. It will meet people in the middle, where it's balanced. It's balanced for the casual players and for the hardcore Tekken fans. Tekken 2 was my first Tekken game in my childhood. Saying I started with Tekken 2. Yeah, man, a lot more. I started with Tekken 1. And I'm like, nah, because I played Virtua Fighter Remix. I had Virtua Fighter Remix on the Sega Saturn. And I played that. And I was amazed how that was. But Tekken 1 did not impress me like that because I remember, I think my dad, I think he took it back. I remember he took that game back for EB Games and got something else. Yeah, the graphics of Virtua Fighter Remix was better than Tekken due to Virtua Fighter having more polygons in the characters' assets, the characters' designs, and you know. Game developers don't even talk about polygons and models anymore. It's all about texture mapping and shaders. That's where that Unreal Engine bull crap comes in. I'm gonna make a video about Unreal Engine, graphics engine, and why I feel like it's overrated. But anyway, yeah. So yeah, Tekken, man. Yeah, I spent a lot of hours playing that game, man. Especially Tekken 3, Tekken 1. Tekken 4, I did not like it competitively. I know what they're trying to do, and it probably looked good on paper, but no. I see they had that darker tone, this underground fighter theme of Tekken 4. I know what they was trying to do with that, and he took a risk. It was good, but it was just some things that were flawed from Tekken 4. 5.0 was a freaking mess, a broken mess. I mean, and it introduced high crushes and low crushes, which I'm still not a fan of that. Let's see, 5DR. I didn't get 5DR until later on in the last cycle years of PlayStation 3. Because I got the PS3 last. And I wish I would have played that competitively. I would have enjoyed and had fun doing that. That's one of the little regrets I have. I really have no regrets in my life, but that's one of the little regrets I have. Is not playing Tekken 5DR competitively. Tekken 6, I played that competitively. I remember I did my first online tournament in Tekken 6. I remember how abysmal that online was. Oh my gosh, the online was abysmal. Woo, boy. Tekken 6 online? Oh, ugh. Gosh, it was so bad. It was so bad. Yeah, Tekken 4 did have the best stages. I do like the OST. For sure. I agree with that, Kazama style. Oh, man. Oh. But Tekken 6 was fun, I would say. I like the new sound effects, the hit effects. I remember saying this on Twitter, but I do not like Tekken 8 sound effects, hit effects. You know, when you hit somebody and they make that. It sounds like somebody is eating Captain Crunch with their mouth open really loud. Like, I don't like that sound when you get hit. I really don't. It sounds like somebody's eating Captain Crunch cereal with their mouth open, chewing it really loud on a microphone. I do not like that sound in Tekken 8. I don't know why they changed it. They need to change it where it's like Tekken 6 or Tag 2, where you can like be like woof, and you hear somebody, like you hear the blocking sound effect, and it sounds like it has weight to it. You see what I'm saying? Tekken 8 sound effect when you're blocking and when you get hit, it sounds fake to me. That's just my opinion. I don't like that Captain Crunch eating cereal ass sound in Tekken 8. Like play Tekken 8. You will unhear it. You will unhear that Captain Crunch chewing cereal. You're chewing Captain Crunch with your mouth open really loud, like, ow. Like, I don't like it. Who made that idea to change the sound effects when you get hit and when you block in Tekken 8? Like, I said that on Twitter about a couple of days ago. It bothers me. Especially if you get hit by, let's say, like Harang in Tekken 8. Oh my gosh. It irritates me. It irritates me. Like, that game, Tekken 8, irritates me. When I'm fighting a Harang or Brian or Yoshimitsu, which I think he's the best character in the game, because they put Soul Calibur properties in Tekken 8. And it does not fit Tekken at all. It's losing identity. They want to make a Soul Calibur game out of Tekken. And it doesn't work. It will work for Soul Calibur 7 or just overhaul with 6. But don't put it in Tekken. But they did it in 8. Yeah, I don't... Y'all laughing. I don't like that sound effect. It irks me. Especially if it's a character I don't like fighting, like Harang. When I was playing Tekken 8 at the time, I don't like that hit sound effect. I get aggravated just hearing it. Because I don't like people chewing like towards my ear. It irks me. But yeah, Tekken 7, I do appreciate it more now because, for one, it took them a while. Well, all the Tekken games except for 8. Well, 5.0 was rushed because how Virtua Fighter was doing. Virtua Fighter 4. Harada specifically made Tekken 5.0 because how Virtua Fighter 4 was doing. That's why Tekken 5 was the way it was, and how broken Nina and Raven and Steve was in that game. Had a freaking infinite. Didn't even... Oh my gosh. I really have to like go over and play it, how broken 5 was. I might do a video of it, or it's probably already a video of it on YouTube already that someone showed it. May do a reaction video of it, but one day. But yeah, the thing about it is, you want to know something crazy? PlayStation 1, we had 3 Tekken games. PlayStation 2, we had 3 Tekken games. PlayStation 3, we have 3 Tekken games. Well, technically 4 if you're counting Revolution, which I don't want to count that. I don't want to talk about that. But then it stops with Tekken 7. 1 Tekken game for PS4. 1 Tekken game for PS5. I hope you know why. And I wish gamers and consumers alike would have nipped it in the bud like I wanted to back in the PS3, 360, and Wii era. That generation. Because of DLC. Now, these gaming companies rely on DLC. They get careless when they make sequels. But if you're putting everything in a game that could have been saved for the next sequel, you know, it ain't gonna be much left for you to be innovative, because you're putting all your stuff, your assets, as downloadable content of a current game that you have. But then when you make a sequel, it's not as good as the last game. That's what's going on right now. And Mortal Kombat is victim of that. So we should be on Tekken 10 by now. Like, really. Tekken 10. But then you got gamers want to, what gaming developing companies want to spend $30 to $300 million on a game to make a game, period. Which I don't understand that. Why inflation is that much for the video game industry. Why it costs that much. You know, video games cost way more than making movies. Why is that? But yeah, we had 3 different Tekken games on each PlayStation consoles except for PlayStation 4 and 5. I think that's what killed it. Microtransactions and DLC practices. And I remember Harada saying, I probably made a video about this a long time ago on my original MasterBoris channel. Harada said he will never do paid DLC. He would, like, I remember he saying he will never do paid DLC. What I think Bandai Namco made him. Bandai Namco made him do a lot of things that he don't want to do. And there are some times in this world, in your own life, where the hardest thing to do is the only thing to do. I know from experience. So he probably felt bad and he probably felt tired of Bandai Namco's demands, how they want the game to be. And he probably had little to no control. So that's why he gave it to the young bucks, or, you know, gaming developers that worked on fighting games before in different companies, to work on Tekken 7, half of Tekken 7 and Tekken 8. And so, and I would say, I mean, you can have the argument and say that Itagaki's death has something to do with Harada's departure, because he really did feel bad when Tabunobu Itagaki passed away. You know, because that was his sensei, that was his rival, that was somebody he looked up to, and I think he did a reflection on himself that I want to do other things, and that's why he said what he said. That's why Harada said what he said. You know. Yeah, based on his decision, it's probably a lot of elements, a lot of layers of why he made a decision to retire this early. But he did say he was going to retire after Tekken 9, but this is an early finish for him. You know? And I respect it. You know, I have not looked into other people's opinions about... Well, I did see D All the Way G's video about Harada leaving, and it's what I expected. Because I remember he called Harada toxic. But let me show y'all something real quick. Alright, let me show y'all something real quick, man. And I never told this story before. I don't think I did. But yeah. Yep. Yep, I met him. And Michael Murray, unfortunately. No, I'm kidding. They were cool people, man. They were cool people, man. When I met Harada, he gave me the most firm handshake. He understood what I said. He know English. You know what I'm saying? He know English. And, you know, this was at the time, I think, Tag 2 was out? I think Tag 2... See, a lot of y'all think I'm bullshitting when I tell y'all certain things. But I have receipts of everything that I'm talking about. When I talk about by myself. You see, I don't say stuff out of my ass. Okay, maybe when I'm doing like a bit. But when I tell y'all certain things about stuff that I did in my life, I mean it. I used to be a competitive player. And I didn't really get into the FGC per se, like branching out into that world until like 07, 08. You know what I'm saying? I didn't even know what I thought about it was all the gatherings that I've been to where people play fighting games or other games, and I would like take their lunch money because I was betting on other kids my age too. Because they you know, I remember this one guy. I know I'm getting off tangent, but I remember this one guy. Well, I had a cousin that I was close to. I don't even talk to him anymore. He knew this guy that lives around the neighborhood where he lived, and he told me that he couldn't be beating rival schools. And I was like, word? Let's go to his house and play. Because I want to beat him. And sure enough, I beat him. But they couldn't understand what I was doing, because I knew about the quarter circle forward moves and all that. Because, you know, it took me a while to do it in Street Fighter 2 and Super Nintendo. You know what I'm saying? Well, once I knew how to do that, they couldn't see me, bro. They didn't understand the team up technique and all that. But yeah, a little story. I'll go more into detail another time. But yeah, this was at I think this was final round. I think this was at final round when I took this picture with Harada, if I'm not mistaken. This is back when Tag 2 was out. Or was it Tekken 7? I'm not sure, guys. I did so much, man. I forget the stuff that I used to do. I forget about the stuff I used to do, man. Even when I was telling y'all about, you know, me going to tournaments, going to gatherings where people play fighting games and stuff, and sports games as well. I forget that I even did it. And crap, I got like VHS tapes of me playing fighting games with different people. I didn't start learning Tekken seriously until 6. All the games before that I used to just button mash because I was still a kid. Yeah, man, that's all of us. That's all of us, really. Once you get into a game, and then, you know, afterwards, you want to learn how to actually play a fighting game. I think the Most High to this day that I had a great father that taught me about fighting games and showed me the ropes how to play fighting games, and eventually surpassed him. You know, I'm so grateful of God for that I had the best father in the world that taught me how to play fighting games, and I became a prodigy of, you know what I'm saying. I'm always thankful for that. And, you know, playing video games kept me out of trouble, because there was a lot of people that I knew as a kid that was getting into mischief and having, you know, strife within the community and getting into trouble. I stayed out of trouble. I like going home to my mom and dad, food to eat, watch cartoons, sleep. You know, they called me a chicken of doing stuff that I wasn't comfortable doing as a kid, but I wanted to come home and play video games. You know, so yeah, man, I am very thankful. I have a great father that showed me, like, I had an amazing childhood, man. I'm gonna talk more about it at a later date, man, when I feel like I'm getting close to my goals when it comes down to this channel. But anyway, I know I've been going off tangent, but yeah, I think this was final round. I don't know what year. I gotta look at the date. Hold on. I think the date is here. Let me see. 2016. So this was Tekken 7 then. Was it Tekken 7? This had to be Tekken 7. Like the first year. Or the arcade version of Tekken 7. Because I remember they brought the arcade cabinet to Tekken 7. Because I remember one year, Markman, I don't know why he did this. Markman and his crew had the arcade cabinet in his car, and you can see from the inside of his car, and someone stole it, I think. Or it was somebody else. I'm probably getting it mixed up. I think it was somebody else. And I'm like, what? How the heck did they steal a big ass arcade cabinet at a fast rate? I forgot if it was Markman or somebody else. But yeah, that happened. I think it was after that. I think this was after that happened. But yeah. I had a great time meeting. You know, Harada was nice. He was polite. You know, very cool. Calm, collected. Michael Murray, he was just a translator back then. But Harada knows English. He knows how to speak English. But he sounds like a robot when he talking English. He sounds like a freaking NPC when he talking English, man. But I'm pretty sure he knows English very well now. But back then he knows some English, but he talked like a robot. But yeah, he was nice to me, man. It was great meeting him. You know, Harada, man. Like I said, he do this thing, you know, for the Tekken franchise. Even there are some things I disagree with. All the stuff that he was doing, and I'm mostly talking about Tekken 8 in its current state right now. But he did his thing. He earned his stripes, in my opinion. He earned his stripes. So, from MasterBoris himself, if you ever come across this video, Harada, I appreciate you, man. And the hot sauce game do too. The hot sauce game do too, man. Thank you for your service. Yup. And that's pretty much it, guys. My apologies if I was long-winded on certain topics, but you know, I get off tangent sometimes. He did the voice of Law Yoshimitsu and Tekken. Yes, he did. Yes, he did. And Nina Williams too. No, I'm playing. I'm playing, man. I'm playing. He did not do the voice of Nina Williams. Yeah. Yeah, I thank y'all for tuning in, man. YouTube, man, y'all stepping up, man. I appreciate y'all support. For sure. I really do. I really do appreciate y'all support. But yeah, as the Tekken franchise as a whole, man, since Harada's gonna leave like he gone, man. I'm gonna be optimistic about it. I know I've been talking about a lot of shit about Tekken 8 and how it is and how I was like, man, this game is stupid and all that. But I will say this. I think it was gonna get better when the new bloods come in and develop Tekken 9. I hope I'm right. But if it's for the worse, I won't be surprised. I won't be surprised. But yeah, y'all. I'm glad I didn't really get that much drop frames tonight. I'm glad. And I'm multi-streaming too. So I'm going to wrap this up. Thank y'all for tuning in. For the people on Twitch and the people on YouTube especially. Thank y'all for coming. And our plans for tomorrow. the Game Awards. I am an official co-streamer for the Game Awards tomorrow night. So I want y'all to be here when we do a live reaction of the Game Awards tomorrow night. Jeff Keighley hooked me up, dog, once again. So I got to do it for the culture. There's going to be a lot of exciting reveals, a lot of world premieres going on at the Game Awards. I'm going to need y'all to be here. I'm going to be multi-streaming again tomorrow. What time the Game Awards come on? Because I got the package. I got all the stuff, and I'm about to do these overlays as soon as this stream is over with. Where is it? I'm trying to find it. I can't find... Oh, here it is. I gotta extract it. Might as well do that now while I'm ahead. $7:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Be here on the MasterBoris back channel. Be here on the MasterBoris Twitch channel. 7 o'clock. Because I'm gonna stream 30 minutes early. Be here for the Game Awards. Watch it and support your boy. I'm an official co-streamer of it. Let's do work. You know what I'm saying? I'll keep y'all posted. Give y'all links on my Twitter. You know what I'm saying? Everything's over here. If y'all want to donate me on Cash App, this is for the UVGM, you know, music production team. Y'all can. No pressure, you know what I'm saying? And yeah, that's the plan for tomorrow. And Friday, I'm probably gonna finish Ninja Gaiden 4. That's probably the plan. And then after that, after I finish Ninja Gaiden 4, it's a toss up. Whatever game I play. But yeah, y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Peace.